Hey everybody, so haven't made a video in a while, but that's because a lot of crap has been going on and I'm here to update you on the important stuff. And to be honest, I never thought I'd be making this specific video, but I kind of figured if I start making vlogs again, or you know how I do an update video from time to time, I thought it would be important to get this out. It's been a little over a week since this happened, so I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Me and Nick are no longer together. We broke up. And before anybody jumps on the bandwagon and, you know, starts creating drama and unnecessary stuff, nothing bad happened between me and Nick specifically. Nothing. There was no fighting, there was no arguments. Hell, I don't even think me and him ever, like, seriously disagreed with each other because we were always adult enough to just talk about whatever was bugging us. It was just a matter of the right person, wrong circumstances kind of situation. I'd say for the first 10 months of our relationship, things were freaking great. You know, things were perfectly fine between the both of us, but in the last, I don't know, I'd say 2 or 3 months, things started going downhill in the sense of my personal life. Nothing between me and him ever happened that was bad. But there was a lot of drama going on with my life. There was a lot of things going on in Jersey with my mom and my brother and my stepdad. There was things going on between me and my roommate, and my dumb ass kept bringing that kind of drama over to Nick. And not in a bad way, but he would always manage to find out about it. Or what would happen is every time I would go over to his house on the weekend, something would happen. Not between me and him, but like with me and my roommate, or me and my family. And of course I would get upset, I would get emotional, or I would get frustrated, and I would be having to deal with it, and then Nick would be doing his damn best to try to make everything okay and, you know, work with me to make things better. And he's been amazing. I have no ill will against him, no negative feelings, nothing whatsoever. But my best guess is it was all the stress from my life and him, you know, juggling the stress with his life and his work and his family and his friends, and then trying to take on my life, which I never asked him to. And I know he doesn't blame me for any of it because it was literally stuff that I had no control over. But I think it just added up and it stressed him out a lot. And if it wasn't that, then, you know, it was just a matter of realizing maybe we had jumped into a relationship too soon. Because when me and him met on April 8th of last year, it was supposed to be our 1-year anniversary on Saturday, but obviously we broke up before that, a week before that. You know, what he explained to me was he honestly doesn't know what happened. I guess he just started realizing that maybe he jumped into the relationship for the sake of the fact that I was his first girlfriend, and maybe he was lonely or he had never been in a relationship before. And, you know, I think when the honeymoon phase was over for him, he realized that his feelings for me didn't match the way I felt for him. Like, we were like this for about 10 months, neck and neck, head over heels for each other. But I think when the initial, you know, honeymoon phase was over, I don't even know why they call it that, but that's the best way I can describe it. And like the crap that was going on in my life and how much he was spending his time helping me, even though I never asked him to help me. I appreciate every single freaking thing he's done for me, but I think once that on top of the, you know, how long me and him had been together, I think he started to realize that, you know, his feelings for me weren't as strong as he thought they were. And this conversation came up in February, where he mentioned that he doesn't know how he felt. He didn't know why it was happening or what caused it. He honestly didn't know. And I believe him because he has never lied to me before. There is nothing in my head or in my heart that says that he knew that this was going to happen. Because, you know, nobody knows this guy like I do. And I've been in previous relationships. He's not my first boyfriend, and there were no red flags. There were no red flags like there was with my roommate. There was no red flags like there was with any of my other ex-boyfriends. Nothing like that. Like, things were literally, like, perfect up until I'd say about February, when he was like, I don't know what to say, but I don't know what's going on. And we both assumed that maybe it was just a phase. Maybe he was just going through seasonal depression or something. And so we gave it a couple more months to try to work things out. And even in those 2 months, we were still hanging out. We were still going out. We were still having a good time. You know, we still had a lot of good memories. But he couldn't, like, get those feelings for me back to the way that they were. And that's just a sign that I'm not the right person for him. And I have no hard feelings against that. You know, I'm a complicated person. My life is not easy. I got a lot of problems. Like, I am not an easy person to handle. And I completely understand that. So I don't doubt if that had a lot to do with the fact that he lost feelings for me. Now let me clarify that last sentence. It's not that he doesn't care about me. But there is a difference between loving somebody and caring about them a lot and being in love. And so last weekend we were hanging out, but I could tell that something was different. He was acting, you know, we were still having a good time and we were still hanging out. We went out to eat, grabbed a couple drinks. You know, we were having a decent time, but towards the end of the night I realized something was wrong. And, you know, he mentioned, you know, he wasn't planning on breaking up with me last weekend. That wasn't the plan, but it just so happened to turn out like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely shattered. I was heartbroken. I bawled my freaking eyes out the entire night. I did not sleep at all last Saturday night. Well, not the one that just passed, but before that. I did not sleep at all. I spent the entire night crying, dry heaving. I was completely distraught, but at the same time, I kind of saw it coming. I just didn't expect that it was going to be that soon, and he was upset. He was crying. He even mentioned he felt like a scumbag. He felt like a douchebag. He did not want to hurt me. It is not what he wanted to do. And, you know, as emotional as I was, I perfectly understood it because he does care about me a lot. I mean, you know, hell, even during the first week of us being broken up, he mentioned that he is worried about me. And, you know, I'm worried about him too, but I know that he'll be fine. He is a very strong-willed person. I know he's going to be just fine without me. And even after a week, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Like, I still kind of have that sting in my chest whenever I talk about it and whenever I think about it. But I think it was time to make this video just to let you guys know, the people who do actually care about me and who do actually watch me. It sucks because, you know, my channel has been full of vlogs between me and him, and, you know, he's been nothing but great to me. He has taken care of me. He's been there for me. He's loved me to death. Like, things between me and him were damn near perfect. So I just was not expecting us to break up. And that's not his fault. I don't blame that on him. He doesn't blame anything on me. Because he knows that the crap that had been happening in my life, I couldn't control. It's not like I was just fabricating drama or making up stories. He was there when I was on the phone with, like, my family or my roommate. He read the text messages. Like, he knew that this was just stuff that was popping up out of the blue. So it's not like I was fabricating drama and making stuff up. It was just my life. It's complicated. It's stressful. It's not easy to deal with at all. He helped me with my car, and he helped me get my driver's license. You know, he's been nothing but great to me, and I have nothing against him whatsoever. It just so happened that, you know, maybe it was the drama, maybe it was my life, you know, maybe it was my bad habits, you know, maybe I have no freaking clue. Or it literally could just be he realized that he was not in love with me as much as he thought he was, and sometimes that crap happens. It's unfortunate, but sometimes that is just the crap that happens. You love somebody, you care about them, you're crazy about them, but then when things start to settle down, you kind of just realize, oh crap, maybe I'm not in love with this person as much as I thought I was. And that's what made him feel like a scumbag and a jerk. Because he saw I was down for him completely. Like, I never thought I would have to break up with somebody ever again. Like, I had my heart set on this guy. My phone's off right now, but, yeah. I mean, I guess I was making this video kind of just to explain, you know, just in case I make any more update videos, or, you know, I make any more vlogs and I don't mention Nick, or you guys don't see Nick. It's because me and him aren't together anymore, but we are still friends. And that's the important thing. Most of my exes, I'm not friends with anymore, and I don't talk to anymore, or like in the case of my roommate. But I even asked him because, you know, Sunday morning, we had a chance to kind of settle down and talk about things and figure out what was our next step, what were we going to do, can we even get through this as friends, you know, whatever. And, you know, when we realized we've never fought, we've never argued, we never lied, there was no secrets, there was no drama between me and him personally, our answer to, you know, can we still be friends was, why the hell not? We have no reason not to be friends. You know, it's not that we don't love each other, we do. I mean, you know, I love him to death, and I know he loves me, and we care about each other, but it's just not the kind of love you need to make a relationship last, as in, like, marriage and a house and kids and crap like that. I mean, on my half, I'm not even gonna lie, I was totally down for, you know, him being the one. Like, I loved him head over heels, and because I've been in relationships before, I know the difference between loving somebody and being in love, and I was in love with him. But I can't be mad at him, and I can't blame him if, you know, the feelings weren't exactly the same, and I don't want a relationship like that. You know, I didn't want him to fake being in a relationship with me, or to pretend to be in love with me if he wasn't. And that's another thing me and him talked about. If he had dragged on the relationship and just did it for the sake of not breaking my heart or not making me upset, what would have probably happened was me and him would have stayed together, and then we probably would have ended up getting in a fight over something petty, or the stress of him just dragging on the relationship just for the sake of not hurting me would have probably made him snap out on me over something stupid, and then we would have gotten in our first fight, and then we would have ended our relationship on a bad note, and then maybe we wouldn't still be friends. But instead of doing that, he decided to be honest with me, and that's all I can be thankful for, is he decided to be honest with me. And I appreciate that so much. I'd rather just hear the truth and know what was going through his head than have him pretend like everything was okay and then drop a bomb on me, or, you know, get mad at me over something petty. And then, you know, our relationship end on a bad note. So I'd rather him just be honest and say, hey, this is what's going on, than nothing at all. Last week was really hard for me. It was, Monday, last Monday, I barely got through the workday. I went into work and I was on the verge of tears. I was choking on almost every word. I didn't want to deal with people or customers or anything. Like, I had no idea if I was going to be able to get through the day or not, but I did. Tuesday and Wednesday, well, no, I had that Tuesday off, so I had a chance to kind of just be by myself, think about things, and it was really freaking hard. Wednesday was a little bit better. I think Thursday was pretty rough. Friday went pretty well. Saturday was hard, because Saturday the 8th was supposed to be our 1-year anniversary, and we were supposed to do something. And so Saturday kind of hit me pretty hard, because it's the first weekend since April 8th of 2016 that I have not gone over to his house, or I have not seen him. So it was really hard on me, but I got through the day and I pushed through, and I even decided to go out Saturday night because, you know, instead of just drinking at my house, you know, I've got my little drinky drinks here and whatever. You know, I decided instead of just sitting in my room, drinking myself stupid and getting emotional, upset, and depressed, I decided to go out. So I did. I went out Saturday night. I had a great time. Drank a little too much, but I did get home safe and sound. And really going out was probably the best thing I could have done, instead of just sitting in my room sulking about the fact that me and Nick aren't together anymore. He went down south to go see some of his friends. He made it back home safe and sound as well. And hell, tomorrow after I get my crap together, he's coming over to help me do some stuff on my car. So it's not like me and him aren't still talking, because we still text each other, and occasionally, like tomorrow he's helping me change the oil on my car and rotate my tires. But the deal that me and him made when we decided, okay, we're really done, like we're not together anymore, was one, that me and him could still be friends, because there's no reason not to be friends, you know, like just because the stage of being intimate with each other is over doesn't mean that me and him still can't be friends. Half our problem was we probably jumped into the relationship too soon. We didn't really get to know each other as friends. We've only known each other as boyfriend and girlfriend. And that could have been part of the issue. But, you know, I'll never know. And maybe he'll never know. Maybe someday we'll figure it out and be like, this is what it was. And maybe we'll never know. Maybe we'll end up back together, but I'm not putting my heart on it. So, you know, I'm just living my life, doing my thing, trying to make myself feel better. And I am honestly feeling a little bit better, because there could have been 150 different ways that our relationship could have ended, and it would have been way worse. You know, somebody could have cheated, somebody could have lied, there could have been somebody else in the picture, you know, we could have gotten in some huge fight, and, you know, it wasn't anything like that. There wasn't like some huge disaster happened. It was just, crap, this is how it's going down. And, you know, we both kind of had to suck it up and deal with it. And, you know, I was upset and he was upset. It's not like we wanted to break up, and it's not like we wanted it to be like this, because our relationship has been nothing but good memories between the both of us, you know, minus like the outside drama. Between me and him personally, we haven't had any bad memories, and I think that kind of is what stings the most. But I would have rather him been honest with me instead of pretending like things were fine. But I just kind of figured I'd jump on here real quick and tell you guys that me and him weren't together. This is what happened. I'm doing a little bit better. I can't speak on his behalf, but I wish him the best, and I hope that things are okay between me and him. And that he's doing okay. But yeah, the conditions of us breaking up were we were still going to be friends, because there's no reason for us not to. But that we were going to give each other our space, which means like we aren't gonna schedule a time to like go grab a beer or go grab lunch or go play pool or something like that, because we both need our own space to just focus on our own lives, work, hang out with our own friends, like give ourselves time to heal, because all that's gonna do is if we hang out too soon. Tomorrow's an exception only because like I need help with my car, and it's not that I don't like know how to change the oil or whatever. I'm still going to need help just to make sure it's done right, because I'm not as mechanically inclined as he is. Like, he actually worked in a mechanic shop for a while, so I do need his help, and he has no issue helping me. But like as an actual like scheduled play date, that's not going to happen for I don't know how long, because me and him both need time to just be on our own, do our own thing, and heal and feel completely better. I do feel a lot better than I did last week, and I'm hoping it only goes up from there. But just if we decided to hang out too soon for whatever reason, I feel like that would make things a hell of a lot worse. So we're holding off. We're still holding off on that. And as of now, me and him are still going to our Northern Invasion concert in May. because we already had the tickets bought. I already scheduled to take the days off. Like, there's no reason not to freaking go. You know, will it be awkward? Maybe. I'm not sure. But I don't see why I wouldn't go. And, you know, whatever. But, yeah. I guess that's like the biggest freaking thing that's impacted me personally. There's been some family drama, but like I think it's best that I just keep the family drama under wraps, because something did happen in my family life that was really, really bad. But for the sake of like my mom's privacy, my brother's privacy, my stepdad's privacy, it's probably best I don't tell you guys about that, unfortunately. But anyway, excuse me, I hope you guys liked the video. I've got the next 2 days off, which is why I figured it's best that I'm gonna edit all this crap and try to make some sense of it. I'm gonna enjoy myself some drinks and freaking relax, make myself laugh, maybe talk to some friends on Facebook, and I will see you guys in the next one.